Hello, hello, welcome back to Let's Make Secret of Mana. So last time we were fiddling about here, and we got this thing functioning via a data pack. Now the only issue we were having was the fact that it would interact based off of whatever's closest to the player. So I do want to see if I can fiddle with that a little bit. Let's make sure our Visual Studio code is picking up the right thing. There it is. Let's take a look at that. Let's do a little more testing to see if maybe we can get this working out how we want it to. We can try doing... Try to remember what the tags were, because that's going to be the nearest entity. If I do at P, I wonder if that'll work potentially. So then we'll do our reload. Okay, so now if we add that, and then we punch this one. It didn't get rid of the entities, so that's a bit concerning. Because it's supposed to get rid of it. So when I do that, it's supposed to do left click is supposed to run this. So I don't think at P worked. So we need to then go back to our advancements, revoke, and then it should be only, and then this one, just to make sure. Okay, I don't have it. So that means the at player didn't work. So if I did, what are our options again? We have all players, all entities, nearest player, or nearest entity, random, and current entity. So at S should technically make that work. These are not working with the at S, which is weird. Reload. So I know that something is currently broken. So if I do advancement, grant this one. Okay, then I want to revoke it. Still not working. So that works. It still just wants to destroy the last one. I need it to be the one that the player punches. So I'm kind of curious how I do that. Because I think if I did at N, it started doing weird stuff. I think the nearest player, or the nearest entity. If I summon this one, and then I punch this one, it would technically delete that one. But that's definitely more accurate than what I had. So it'll always destroy the one that's closest to me. So I could summon this one. Which is like, I guess it's not bad, but it is a bit weird, just the fact that you can punch another one to punch another one. But I think for the most part, when a player is interacting, they're going to be closest to the one they're trying to break. But if I'm standing like this, it doesn't seem to matter too much. So I come up to like this and say, I want that one gone. Yeah, I don't think it matters too much. I think this is probably the ideal way to set it up. Because it just kind of, it makes it a little less janky than the other way. So this is what we're going to go with. Now, I still want to get in the prerequisite to have the right tool to break it. So what do I do for that? Because I know I can do stuff based off of having a sword or an axe, I wonder. Can I do it specifically off of sword or axe, though? I know I was playing with it last time and I forgot what it was. Let's see. I need to do execute if... Is it item? I think it was item, entity, I guess nearest player. And I want to do... I'm going to say main hand, so we got to scroll down to that. I guess I could type it in, but I do want to kind of get an idea of what we have. Player cursor. Huh. I wonder if I could do player cursor. No, because it would be... The cursor is going to be the... like the mouse cursor. So we have to go for... Oh, just weapon? Can I say this sword? Do I have to include all of them? Because I'll have to include them all. So I'm gonna have to have some sort of array. So if I were to be able to do, say, this. No, can I do a brackets? Can I do an array? I'd like to do an array. What does this mean? Oh, we can. Okay, that's cool. I just say Minecraft sword. So execute if the entity nearest player has a sword. Then I want it to run... I guess I want it to run the function of destroy. Right? So... oh... Is that how I go about this? So I have a function destroy bush group. Can I add a... Can I mess with this? I believe this is my tick function, isn't it? Or is it specifically... Huh. Can I say run function? I can. And it would be... Oh, do I not have it listed here? It's all the animated Java stuff, yada yada. Don't know... Oh, I do have that. Interesting. So execute if item this, then run the function destroy. Okay. So what if I grab this and I somehow put that in my... in here? Can I do that? I guess the reward would have to be the additional function. So if I make a new function, yeah, so let's try that. So we're gonna go for a new, I gotta remember how to do this now. Want it to be the... is it MC? I think it's an MC. I forget what type of file it is. MC function, was it not? Yeah, MC function. And then if I paste this in here, I have this. But I need to change its name. So if I were to go to this function... what can I do? Ooh, actually, hold on. I want to try something real quick. Can I do like a comma? And do another hashtag? Which... Oh, I couldn't group those though. Why couldn't I group those? Huh. So I execute this if it's that, and if I were to actually take this... Actually, hold on. Okay, let's make sure it works first, because if it works, then I might be able to put it in there twice, and then it will execute only if I have either of the things. So let's see if this works. So first of all, we want to save this as... Going into here, yep. Was it into my functions? Yes. We're going to call this one, I guess, as right tool, I guess. I think that would be good. And then in our left click thing, we can do, I guess I could do underscores for it actually. So kind of keep that naming convention correct. We're going to do that. So if we go back into our folder, I want to make sure I don't have duplicates in there. So, and it shouldn't care that I've changed it, I believe. Let's just double check. I don't want this one. Can I delete it? Yes, it deleted it without issue. So has rights tools. So let's try doing this one as has underscore right underscore tool. Oops, gotta do an underscore, not a plus. Okay. So then we're going to save that. Now we're going to reload. And we're going to see if this works. So if I go like this, and then I try to punch it, nothing happens. If I have the sword. Okay, so the sword's not working. Interesting. That means something's breaking somewhere along the line. So to do it like we did before, let's do a tell raw. I'll just do a number. And then after this one, tell raw, yes it too. I need to have it be this. I got it to be this, yes. So I just do that. And then save it. So it's not doing anything currently there. So I'm not even getting to that step. So I probably need to say advancement, revoke, only this one again. Okay. Interesting. So right now it's not doing either of those. Is it getting into this thing? My little kitty cat. Doing so adorable. Okay. Let's try to reload again. Does it even get to that function? Can it even... I want to get entity, yep, that one. So player did attack it, so it did register it, but it's not doing that. Okay. All right, so let's try this. We want to do checking tool, and then this one we want it to be checked tool. Okay, save that. Hope I don't want to. Okay, this one we're going to say clearing. Okay. Clearing group. And then after this, we want to say Clearing bush. Skunk Monkey, welcome to the stream, man. How you doing? I'm doing data pack stuff. Fiddling. The little furball gets to say hi. Okay, and we want a Telra here. Clearing entity. And then here we want to have it. Actually, no. I have this in the wrong order. So I'm going to say this one is clearing the bush. Set a group. And then this will be the entity. And then this will be revoking the advancement. Revoking should be fine. And then group. Oh, hold on. Group cleared. Okay. So now we have like all the what should be feedback commands that's going on. So we're gonna reload. We're gonna make sure we revoke the advancement. Okay. So now, if I punch this, does it do anything at all? So it's not getting to any of them. So that means this function is not even running. Has right tool. Did I spell it right? Has right tool. It's correct. Is it located in the right spot? Bush functions. Yes. So as far as I know, I've done everything in the right order. I set it up correctly. Is there something in the advancement thing I missed? Oh, okay, it's that one. Genuinely very confused. Thought you could stack functions. Make a function run a function. Or it's just not registering who the nearest player is because there's probably nowhere. I guess it's got to do all players. So advancement grant me only this one. I already have it. So I want to revoke it then. Okay, so it's been revoked, so I don't have it right now. If I try to punch this, nothing's happening at all, it seems. That feels weird. Okay, let's try something else. Let's go back to here. We're going to put in the destroy underscore bush group. We're going to save that. Then we're going to reload again. So if I do this, nothing happens. I'd probably have the advancement. Okay, so it's like not even doing any of it now. What did I break? Break that. Let's do this again. Clear these both up. Let's go back to the advancement, just make sure it's revoked. Okay, is indeed revoked. Okay, let's double check what we have. Our functions. Is it not liking the tell raw? Maybe that's what's going on that's being weird? Maybe I just make it be a message? Let's try that. Okay. Reload. Summon the thing. Punch it. Nothing's happening. Okay. Is it not liking it because I have this happening before? Hold on. Message doesn't work. Tell raw should work. Oh, it's because I'm trying to... Ah, there we go. Let's go back to what we had. Would help if I, designated who should be getting the message, right? Let's put this back how it was. And we'll save that again. This needs to be at the nearest player, maybe? I don't know if that'll work. We'll try it. Do, do, do. Do, do. Do, do, do. Oops. Do, 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 do. Reload. Okay, now it'll work. Let's revoke the advancement. Just to make sure. Okay. Checking tool checked. Okay. Oh, so it did. Now it won't do it? Oh, is it? I bet you because it got interacted with, so I had it. Okay. So what I needed to do then is if it fails, I need it to do this. So let's grab this. We'll go back here. And I'm going to go here and put that in and then save it. Okay, so now if I do our reload. Now let's click this. Boop. If I punch this, it should be able to do it multiple times. Okay, perfect. If I back up the axe, nothing happens. If I hit it with the sword, it works. Yes! Now, what I believe I could do is we can say this be checking tool and then say we checked. We can say used sword. And if we were to grab this whole thing and copy it and then put it down here, always a good feeling when it works, right? Love that. It's so satisfying. Then we're going to have use axe. Is it? I gotta figure out what that is. Just gotta put this in, I guess. If, or sorry, function, execute. Execute's what I need. Execute if item, entity. I guess I can just do the nearest player. I want weapon. Can I do axe? Okay, it's just like that. Because I'll do the hashtag, so just AEX for the X. Okay. So we do the same thing we have here, but just change swords to X. We should be able to save it. And then if I do the reload again, and then I summon this in, can I whack it with an axe? No. Can I whack it with the sword? No, it doesn't like either one. Because what I've done apparently broke things. I probably need to revoke the advancement each time, maybe? Let's try that. Reload. We want to do revoke. Okay. So if I try to punch it, it does nothing. Fantastic. Alright, so let's how do I get it to do two things? Can I get the Minecraft axe and that in the same thing? I don't think I could. Nearest player. Weapon. I do weapon dot. What does this do? Swords, can I do a comma? But I can do that, so do something, right? Because right now what I've got it doing is running the function. How do I check for multiples? Can I put this in a parentheses of any kind? No. Because I wanted to check for sword or axe. Because that's how it works in the game, but maybe I just stick to swords to make it simple. Yeah, I'll just do swords, because I know that works, and there's not really a need for it to be both. Revoke, okay. Interesting. So my feedback's not technically accurate, but I guess just put back checked tool, so I know. Okay, and if it is a sword, it works. Okay, well, I think that's good, so we'll stick with that. By the way, Skymway, how you doing today, man? Appreciate you dropping into the stream. So now it should work also with any sword. So if I were to spawn this back in, I can whack it with the diamond sword, which is perfect. Okay. Which is good because I will be using these as upgrades throughout. I do have to double check if an enchanted one is gonna do anything. So let's just grab. I should just look for sharpness, but knockback will work. Just double check that it's not including enchanted as a secondary. Or as a different type of thing. Cool. Perfect. Still works. Now we want to basically set up these wherever the bushes are, but we also need a way to periodically run these. I need some sort of clock or trigger. And we also want to be able to do this. Let's grab some redstone. I guess repeaters. Does this power both things? Guess I'll find out by dropping a torch on it and see what it does. So it did summon the barrier block because it powered that one. So we basically want to do... If we put a block there, it should only power that, but which means it will... only do the one thing? Yeah, so that's a problem. Power the block beneath it or beside it? Yeah, beside it's a good idea. Thank you. My silly brain should have known to just do that, but I do have to consider how I'm going to have this set up is I'm going to have bunches like this. I think you can do like command trickery and specifically power a block. So I might be able to set up a command block that will power everything in a specific location. I recall this being a thing. So let's get this one. 40, -2, and 18. So 40, -2, and -18. So we need that. Now we need to do, let's see, what is it? Execute. Can I do... I assume I would do... at... No. Redstone torch under the block, under the command block? Oh, right. I'm silly too. I forget you can chain power things. So this should do all of those, but it didn't quite do this one. Because I need it to... Supposed to chain? Or does it have to be specifically a chain? I think it has to be specifically a chain one, if I recall correctly. Can I do it like that? So now if I power it... Okay. So I need to do it the other way, so I need to do it this way. And if I do a block, bottom is impulse and rest are chain. Yeah, okay. So if I do it like this, that also doesn't do it. Unconditional. Guess I can make it conditional, which I don't know if that matters for this, but... Chain not redstone needed? Okay, always active, yeah. There we go. Get rid of that. Power it. Aha, there we go. Sweet. Thank you. So I do basically the same thing then, because I can put a redstone torch here. Yep, okay. And then these have to be chain with no redstone. And we could always make them conditional too, just to make sure they don't run unless these have been powered. Okay. Which, does that give us the control I need for this? Let's see. So basically what I want to do now, I guess, is take this setup and move it to where I need it. And then I think I want to do something like honeycomb blocks just to keep my redstone obvious. So these would also be honeycomb as well, and I put the torches on it. Okay, so we have a torch, we have honeycomb block, then we have these command blocks and all the orders that we need below each thing. So we'll start by, I guess, break the bush. So then we have 1, 2, 3. So we do that, and then we do... Oh, gotta go down one more. So we do a redstone torch there. Block, this one, this one, this one. And then we can remove those, because we don't need them. Let's grab our moss block and put that back. Grab the path blocks. Oh, I didn't want to break that barrier. Put it back. So get rid of these 3 path blocks. Well, that one's fine, because it's not where I'm going to need to be. Okay. Then I guess we could come back and put the redstone torch in. No, put it in first, right? Still gonna power it though when I place it, which is fine. I'll just break it with a sword. Okay. Now what I want to do is basically what I'm gonna have is some way to power all of these, which I think this will power all 3. No, just the one, but that should. And then I'll turn it off. And then it's replaced the bush. And you get blocked and can't go through. Okay, cool. So now I need to, I guess what I could do for temporary is just uncover it so I know where I'm putting them. Yeah, that's a smarter way to do this. Okay, so I need all of these to have the full setup. And then we'll just have to figure out how powering that's gonna work. Okay. So then torch, 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 torch. Put a block on all of these. We go boop, boop. It's gonna put all those up, which we can then remove them all because we don't need them right now. So we'll go through. Okay. Now let's go back down. We can then fill this in for now. Grab the grass block, cover all of those up. Then we'll have, I guess, an entrance here for the moment. Okay. Now I want to figure out how we're going to, I guess, power this all at the same time. I guess on off when we need to. And we're gonna space cleared out just so we're got plenty of room to work around things. Let's grab a frog light. I'll just put it in each corner so we have plenty of light down here. Okay. So are these all exposed and accessible? I think technically they are, so we could just go for repeaters into each block and make it really simple. And all we gotta do is power all those. So if I grab a redstone torch or redstone dust, we can then try to connect them all. It's gonna be the shortest way to connect them. I guess just across here. So if I were to put a torch, I guess, here, I'm gonna do that. Oh. Ah. I went in a circle because, you know, redstone shenanigans. Okay. So now let's grab, I guess, a lever temporarily. So we can power it on enough as we need. So if we go up there now, we should see all the bushes are restored. Perfect. And we can't get through because there's a barrier block blocking the path. But if I have a sword, I can just whack them. It does a little bit of weirdness, but I think that'll be okay. Those are all back. Like if I'm over here and I whack that one, it's going to do the nearest one, but as a player, you should be, for the most part, going after what's in front of your face, but if they miss it, then they can just click it, you know? Okay, so let's do it one more time just to kind of test it out. So I want to go through here, and I'm probably just going to do something like this and whack. It does a little weirdness, because it does that one that's closest to me, but I don't think that's too bad. Okay. Now, what we want to do, I think is we want to try to do is change this specific block state to on. So if I were to go do something like execute, and I can say the position, can I pick a position? Oh, I can. Okay. So if I say, well, let's grab this maybe. Which I guess if we can do this, we can technically do that with the command block and not even worry about the torches, but we'll test it on this. And then if this works, we'll see if it works on the command block as well. So we have the coordinates we needed. Okay. We're gonna go function, not function, execute. Position to do 40. Oh wait, that's gonna be the command block. I'm silly. I need this one. 22 negative 62. 22 negative 62. keep pressing all the wrong buttons today. So we want to go 22, -6 to, I want to do, can I just change it? Run data, I just modify the block state. Yeah, it would be the block. Oh, so it's, we're executing there, but also in this position we want to run this thing. Okay. So what I just need to do, execute run then? Run data. Is it data that I want to do, or can I do something else to modify it? Force flow, game rule, give, help, item. Set block. I guess I could do a set block technically. I could just turn it into a redstone block, which would power it. And I guess that also worked for replacing all of this redstone torch stuff I have set up. If I just spawn a redstone block and then remove it. Yeah, let's try to set block. At this position, and then we just say redstone block. And then that would work. And then we do the opposite of setting it to just air. And then we do that again, and it triggers it, and we do air. So we could just do that, because putting a redstone block here should trigger that, but not trigger that. Yeah, it looks like it is. We've now made a pile of things up here, but... Okay, so get rid of the F3 screen. Okay. So basically do this, powers it, and then we break it, and then it's gone. So we could easily do that. We just have to have the set of coordinates for the position. Then we don't need all this shenanigans. Okay. That's a good way to do it. And then all we have to do is run that command at a certain position if we need to. So we don't even need all that. We don't even need this. Okay. So we're going to get rid of these. I'll keep these blocks, but I should probably have a vault of command blocks somewhere and kind of like label what they are. So let's maybe we go over here. We'll clear out a space like this. Because it'll be important to save this somewhere so that if I ever lose it, I have a copy that I can always fix. So this is going to be, we need a sign. Put a sign next to each one so we know what they do. So this is the bush interaction entity summon. Okay. And then this one is I guess just summon barrier, I guess, or add barrier. Add barrier. I don't know why the word barrier keeps escaping my brain. Barrier block. And then this will be the add the bush one. Yep. Add bush block. Okay, those are saved for later. We'll take I guess a shroom would be good. I guess even do something like this for now. And we can do assign. Command, block, vault, and we'll deal with that later, but whenever we have command blocks, I want to store them there so they're easily recoverable. Okay. I don't know if I need this one or not. It's a super complicated one. I'll leave it there for now. I'm not going to worry about it. We don't need these anymore because these were our test ones. Don't need this either. So we'll simply just, I guess, fill it back in. I don't remember how much, how deep I made this. Did I make it really deep? Okay, I think I did. What is this column I have over here? Why do I have a column here? That seems weird. Need a torch. Why is there a hole here? Was I trying to find the bottom? Okay, I think I was checking the depth so I knew how deep I could go. Which we do have a pretty decent amount, which is good for future. But I can kind of use this as a measuring tool so I know how much depth I can mess with. Okay. Now a little bit of that shenanigans is out of the way. Let's get to, I guess we're going to want the coordinates of all of these. So I guess what I can do is start just by putting the redstone block in, and then I can just look at the block and nab all those coordinates. So if I go like this, I'm going to say turn on F3 so I can see it, and then I can put them in the list. So I can go 24, 4, or -4, and then 1. And then we'll look at the next one. That must be 25. Okay, and then the next one is 2, looks like 2 and 24. Okay, and then this one, 25 and 2. And this will just probably be 26, yeah. And then we have 27. And then we have this one, which is just 3 and 26. So 3 and 26. This one be 27 and 3. And then we probably have 28. Yep, okay. So those are the ones we want to affect. Now, we need to also determine where we want this to respawn. Am I getting... I'm getting lag, uh-oh. Is that too many entities? That's unfortunate if that's causing me lag. Or is it because the... Uh-oh. I don't like that stuttering that's happening. Super stuttery with the F3 screen. Not clear why. Yeah, it's like... weird. Well, hopefully that's not going to affect gameplay too much. Alright, so... what we need to do now... I guess pick where we want to trigger the respawn of this. Which I think I want it to be... when you cross this bridge. I want the bushes to come back. So I need a trigger point here, which... okay. While we're doing this, I'm going to go ahead and close out... or close down Visual Studio. We don't need that to be covering the screen. Okay. Now I think I could do 2 things here. I could use a skulk sensor and trigger a command block that way, but I feel like other things could trigger that. We have to be very specific and it's kind of finicky. I think if we use an interaction entity, we might be able to do something with that. So we'll go back to our testing. We have all this stuff saved, so we can come back to it later. I need to test something. So I want to summon interaction entity. Let's see, I gotta remember how to affect the size. So when I summon the entity, I just do add the position and then I pick the size and the tag. Okay. So if I were to do this, summon interaction entity, we're just going to say 40, 0, and -40. But then I can do the curly brackets, and then I can say width, and then let's just try 5, just for example, and we can say height would be 5, and then is it going to be length? Okay, so we got this big box. Now, what I need it to do is when I'm in the box, trigger the command. That's what I want to attempt to do. So I need to figure out if I can register if a player is inside of the box. That's going to be tricky, I feel like. Let's see. If I say execute if, so we have biome, we have blocks, data, dimension, entity, function, items, load, and predicates. If I say entity align, can I say int align to something? No. What do these things do? Anchored, as, at, facing, if, in, on, position, rotated, run, stored, summon, and unless. I guess I could do it on a certain block, but I want to say, I want to go at entity type, player. So if it's a player, do I really need the hitbox then? Probably don't need the hitbox then. Do I ever want it to run the command once as well? Because I think if I'm in a spot, it's got to repeatedly run the command. So I probably need to do... Ooh, how am I going to do this? It's a silly bot. Let's see. If I say at, can I say at a certain entity? I think I can. If I said like tag, and then I'd say just say box for now. I want to, I guess, run all players, player. Oh, hold on. Gotta do this. Player. Oh, that is in the box. Okay. I did something like that, but then if I were to give this thing a tag and say box, oh, add box. So now it has that. So now if I run this, nothing. It's not. Oh, okay. So this is not working correctly. Okay, it's running it regardless if I'm there. So what if I say... If I say on, what can I do on? Attacker, controller, leash, origin, owner, passenger, target. Oh, okay, so that's like not the thing I'd want. It's facing a direction. Huh. Can I actually detect a player being in there? I don't know if I can. So I might just have to detect the player being in a certain position. And it's gonna do that, but it knows it doesn't have the right... Ooh, hold on. This shouldn't break. Oh, did it just... I need to find out if that's gonna destroy all those. And I'm also removing all my numbers from my list, but I should have kept. I'm a fool. Okay, well, let's just try something. If I do that, and put it back, I have the entity there. If I go over here and whack this box, did it delete it? Shoot. Why did it do that? It's only supposed to do it if it's got the bush tag. Well, that's unfortunate. I guess we need to go back to our thing and getting distracted by bugs I am finding. Okay. So I need it to only do that if it's got the tag of bush, right? So I just need to add to this thing. I think I do this. Oh, can I not add that? Uh-oh. Execute if items entity player weapon all swords. Then I can do something if I go off to the side of it, right? But then I had it run a function. Function this one with, oh, function. I don't know what that means. What's it with? Huh. Can I add any sort of thing like, can I put a bracket here? What will that do? I do a predicate? No, it doesn't like predicate. Oh, what I should do is add a range. I think I can do that. Okay, so if I do, and I want to do add entity, or I guess at nearest entity, and then I do tag equal bush limit equal 1, I should be able to do a distance. And if I just did 1, okay, let's try that. So now if I do that, I run that, it won't grab it because there's no entity found. But if I increase the distance to like 20 or something, oh, it still can't pick it up? Huh. If I go here? Okay, what if I did something different than distance? No, distance would be what I want. But the distance is... So it can't find it. That's weird. Said, oh, I'm a fool. I hope I didn't do a typo. Now if I go closer, if I stand on it. Okay, let's try distance 2. Okay, so it still can't grab it. Because it should be tag, bush, the limit to 1, and the distance has to be 2. Okay, if I do 20, I can't find it. Interesting. I needed to keep it as nearest entity. So I guess if I did this and then I added here, I add nearest or here. Yeah, I think I can add sort is what I'm after, right? Sort. Oh yeah, sort nearest. Still can't pick it up. Oh, I'm glad I found this bug though, because that would be really lame if you're just like whacking random entities and just destroying things that shouldn't be destroyed. Okay. I do need to limit the distance, but the distance thing doesn't even register. Tag equal push limit equal 1. Because if I do the rest of it, if I just do this, that does work. If I do that again, it can't find anything. Okay. How do I get you to find that? If I say 100, that still doesn't work. Do I need to do something with these? Okay, so that worked. But I had to be like literally right on it. If I make this 20, 20, and 20, and then I remove that and that. What does this do? Wait, how did I get rid of it when it was... I'm so confused. Do I have to have the sword in my hand? No. So what happened there? I'm super confused. Have to be standing next to it? Huh? That's really weird. Oh, it's because it's... Ah, okay. My brain's following. I just need to get this piece together correctly. Because if I do... Right now I'm doing a radius and like... So if I have my... Let's say I have a grid like this. It's an X pattern. I'm doing this section. I plotted my points, so to speak, to 2. So it's only going to do 0 to 2. So I need to have one of these be a negative. And I think it's the Z. Yes. So that means it's only going to do Y upwards? Really? Can I add anything else into this? Unless this is potentially... Okay. I resummon them now. And now that I have the negative in there, it should pick it up. Okay, so I have to do a box, a bounding box, so to speak, of where it's allowed to do the removal. And right now, this is my level and going... Can I add a negative Y? I can't. If I say -2 on this one, I can't do that either. What if I say negative on the Y? So that works, but... So I go like this, and look above it. So that's not working. But it should be going below, right? If I get rid of this. So that worked. But it can't find it because I'm still not in the right box. Huh. Weird. I need to... Okay, so get this up right here. I need to look up how the distance works. So I want to go to the Minecraft wiki. And we're looking for dx. It should pull that up if I target selectors. Yes, there we go. And now we want to look for the augment so we can understand how this is working. So distance... What is distance? Filter target selection based on their Euclidean distance from some point. Searching for a target's feet. A point at the hitbox of the center. Its position arguments are left undefined. Radius is calculated. Oh, so do I need to include a radius? Specifies a range of distance. Float ranges are supported to select a specific region. So just distance should technically work. Target all entities more than 10 blocks away. Target all entities more than 8 blocks but less than 16. Target all entities exactly 10 blocks. Oh, okay, so I need to do with distance. So I can do this, but if I want to do distance, I need to do like 10 and then I think add this, the double dots. So now if it, okay, it should be, yeah, target all entities more than 10. Oh, okay, all less than. Target all entities more than 8 but less than 16. Okay. So if I do, can I add another distance? No. Oh, so I can, oh, okay, so I can say 0 and then go ... 10. Then it will do anything from 0 to 10 blocks from me. Okay. So I need to have this included in, I didn't want to do that button. So in our thing here, we need to add distance of 0 to 10. And we need 2 dots, I believe it was. Okay, so now if I save that, I'm going to say reload. And then I go down here and re-trigger all of these. No. We want to ban them. Ban them because they are just a spammy bot. Ignore them for ball. Okay, so now I should be able to whack this still. Uh-oh. Oh, why is it broken? Oh, what happened? So something I've done is not... Ah. So what's it doing right now? It's doing this. It's running the checking tool, it checked for the sword, and I did that. So it's having trouble when I get into here, because I did do distance equal like a fool. Gotta have the proper syntax, otherwise it's not gonna work. Oops, let's reload. Aha, there we go. So now let's double check. If we go over here, if I whack this a bunch of times, it doesn't destroy that. Okay, cool. I made it a 10 block radius. I don't know if I want to do 10 blocks. In fact, maybe what I could do is just make it 1 block. 0 and 1. So then when I whack this one, then it should only do... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Why you don't do it now? Ah, it's because I did something and goofed it up. So I need to revoke the advancement. Revoke. Only that one. Oh, it can't be revoked. Uh-oh, what did I do? Oh, 0 and 1. 0 and 1 is too much, I guess? Or not enough? If I do 2? Okay, try that again. So they're all here. If I whack this one here... Oh, it didn't go away. Wait. So it'll run the other one, but it won't run that one because I need to include a distance on the other one as well. Okay. So if I do instead of nearest, can I just add distance into that? I can probably do both. Distance equals 0.2. Save that. We'll reload. Now it shouldn't run it unless you're like right up against it. Okay, that actually works pretty well. Huh. Did I actually end up fixing one of my other issues? That's kind of cool. So summon them all back in. If I whack this from here, nothing happens. I have to be close to it, so it's like you actually have to go up and pick the bush that you're whacking. Okay, so that's the only like little weirdness that might happen. Because if I do, can I do it back to 1 block? I think 1 block was too far, maybe? I guess I could do 1 to 2, or just 1 to 1, then it has to be 1. So it doesn't work unless I'm standing next to it. So will that actually prevent me from breaking ones I'm not standing next to? Oops. Oops. Okay. This is interesting, I'm figuring all this stuff out. So if I try to whack it here, I can't do anything. I have to be literally a block from it. Ooh, that actually works, because then you actually need to be standing next to it. So that's a little weird. Can I do like 1 point... Could do like 0.2? I don't think that works. Guess I can try it here. If I say... If I do 0.2... That seemed to work. I'm standing on the corner of it. So that could work. I just gotta find what's the ideal range. If 0.2 is too much. I was not expecting to refine this part today so specifically. Let's try like 0.5 maybe? Boop. So that's right now. You have to be literally right next to it, or adjacent to it pretty much. So we're going to respawn them all. I really should just set up the respawn part, huh? Being silly. Okay, if I whack this, how close do I have to be to this to hit it? So 1.5 is also not enough to whack things that are cornered, so interesting. How close do I have to get to this thing? I'm pretty much touching it. Interesting. So if I get closer to it like this, if I'm in it? Ah. Okay. Let's try like a 1.8 maybe? Oops. So that works when you're on the corner. Okay. Can I guess I could just do an area effect right here. So I can say slash fill here to here. There. And then do redstone block. And it just does it all at once. I don't have to be so specific about how I do it. It's adding extra blocks, but like, eh. Okay, that feels a little better distance-wise. If I'm standing right here, I gotta whack this one and this one. Okay. That actually feels pretty good. Ooh. This is so cool. I'm so satisfied getting these mechanics to work how I want them to. And by doing that, then I don't have to worry about doing an excessive amount of stuff down there for commands. I can just fill it in. It's just a few extra blocks. Not a big deal. So we do that, and then that, and we're done. Okay. So now we just need its trigger point, now that we've done with that sidetrack. Because now we can go over here, and we can whack this thing and we want. It'll check it, but it won't do anything because they're not in the radius. Awesome. Bug found and squashed. I need a bug squashing sticker. Too bad there isn't one. Okay. Now I do actually want to go into these real quick. Since I've tested them, I think I can do doubles. Is it double slash or the... Ah, it's that. So I can turn these into comments, so then they just won't function. But they'll still be there if I need to do... Oops. I need to do testing later. Same thing here. We don't need these currently telling us that they are doing things. Okay. Save that. Okay, now I get back to what we're doing. So do we want to do a command based off of the location? So the problem is right now is if I'm going to do, as an example, if I have it when you walk across this bridge, it respawns those guys. Those bushes, it resummons the bushes. I don't want it to summon a bush if there's already one there. So I need to make an edge case for that. Oh, I have no idea how to do that. Huh. if I do that, then there's going to be more than one entity there, right? Yeah, see, now there's multiples. Which would be a very, very bad problem to just keep piling more and more entities. So I guess what I could do... Oh, okay, that's what I do. What I do is I have it clear it first of all the things in the area and then place them. Because that way it just guarantees there's nothing there. So basically what I would need to do is using a similar method to how I was doing like a radius, like this. So I could run that in the radius of that thing at the location I need. Oh. Okay, I think I have an idea how to do that. Okay, so let's grab a sign real quick just so I can kind of, I guess, plan it out. So we need clear all current bushes. Okay, so that's the first thing we need to do. Then we need to do we want to do the air, I guess, would be the first thing we want to do. Yes. So then we want to do fill with air. And then we want to do fill with redstone blocks. Okay, so if that's the order we do it, so every time, so it'll clear the bushes, fill with the air, and then redstone. So basically we'll make sure there's nothing there to reset them. And then place them all. Oh, actually, we didn't need to do more than just clear the bushes. We also needed to clear the, I guess, yeah, clearing bushes is, I guess, the bush group is what I want it to be. Let's put that back. Clear bush groups. Okay, so we have that sorted. Do we know the... I don't want you here, do I? No. Okay. So we have our method, our order we want to do. I just gotta do it now. And then I need the detector, the trigger point. So let me see if I were to go to this, can I say run a function in Minecraft when walking into an interaction entity? Let's just see if that pulls up or anything. Or maybe what I want to do is go like this, say Minecraft detect player in an area. That might be good to do. So how to detect a player in a certain area using commands. Yes, I think that's kind of what I'm going for more. So, so we need a clock, but do I want, I don't think I want a clock constantly running though. Do I think that's what I'm gonna have to do? There's a test 4. Does that still exist? So test, verify, stop, run, multiply, run, position, locate. Can I locate? Okay, I do need to remember though that there is the new test, there's all these test blocks. So I gotta make sure I know what's, they can test a position variable. I guess I could do this actually, right? Because I can say execute if entity all players. And then I can say at a certain location, right? So I can just say positioned. And then I set a position. Like here, for example. And then I can say run. And I can say, just for test. Let's try that. Okay, so that worked when I was in that position. But can I do a check an area though? So what if I said something like as or over? If I don't want position, then do I? Maybe? Because then I'd have to have like a setup to where like it would have to be like every section would have to test that if I could do a radius. So like if I'm here, but if I'm in this, I don't want it to be constantly running that command though. Okay, bushes are back. So what I need to do is run. I guess I basically have it simultaneously run those two. How do I detect the players in an area? Because there used to be a test 4 option. I don't know if that still exists. So let's maybe check the wiki. Because there used to be test 4. What if I search test 4? I wonder if that'll pull up at all. Command test 4. Exclusively Bedrock. The page describes content is outdated version for the Java edition. Okay. So what is the replacement for it then? What could I possibly do? If I do the test option, what do I have again? So I've got clear, locate, create, run closest. So that's gonna run. This is all like that new stuff. That's not checking for a player like I want to do. So what if I said? I guess I got to do with this. I need to do execute if entity player. Can I say at? Well, hold on. If I say positioned, can I do a radius? Can I do any sort of? So I guess I could technically have it checked to see is the player in any of these positions, then run it. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. So I check the execute command. Let's double check what I can do with that. If I were to see run TP, okay. The type armor, I don't understand. Run the thing. Is there anywhere that does the radius? Okay. So we have aligned, anchored, as, at, facing in, on, position, rotated, stored. If I check the position one, saying over a height map? What does that mean? So if I say over world surface, no. Huh. This is tricky, very, very tricky. Because of position, I don't think I can do radius for that, no. Over does height map related stuff, which is also not what I'm looking for. Because position will check a very specific location. But I want to check within a radius of a location. How does one do that then? Let's go back to maybe checking the interaction entity and see if I can find a option that way. Denro, what's up? How's it going? Because I can check if the attack stuff. Great. You're doing great? Awesome. I am doing pretty good. I successfully did a thing over here. Watch this. See the bushes? I want to break that one. Bam. Break that one. Can't break it because I'm not close enough. Boop, 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 boop. I can break these fairly accurately. And also that one there I was testing doesn't break them. Because if I were to do this again and resummon those, and I whack this one a bunch, so like it's doing like feedback for me, so I know which I shouldn't be doing that feedback anymore. I thought I saved that. Oh, I never reloaded. So it shouldn't do the feedback, but none of those are getting destroyed when I'm smacking that one because I have a radius set up. It says now if you look in my function, I have a radius of 0 to 1.8 blocks away to run that specific command, which is awesome. It makes it really, really accurate, but not perfect yet. So what I'm currently trying to do now is I'm trying to make it so when I step into this location, I want to clear all those so that I can then respawn them doing the air blocks, redstone blocks. Because I want to make sure that it clears them all first so it doesn't do any duplicates. Because if I keep doing this and then the redstone block again, it's then going to add double entities, and I don't want it doing that. Because that would be very bad to stack up a ton of extra entities. As you can see, like it'll break the bush and the barrier block, but they're not there. There we go. Yeah, makes sense. Kill them and then resummon them? Yeah. Okay. So once I get that figured out, then I'm set. Then I just basically have bush points, and then I have spots that you get to that would resummon them. And it would only resummon them if you go, I guess, forward. But if you go backwards, they wouldn't be there. Until you go, I guess, go back into those locations. So like, for example, I have bushes right here. It's so cool, right? Oh yeah, and it's really simple how I'm triggering these too. So I just basically do this. So it turns it all to air, Then I do a redstone block, and then it triggers each one in a row. So it does summons the interaction entity, the barrier, and then the bush, so that you can't get through. Clear them all again. Yeah, awesome. So right now I have 1, 2, I think it's 3 spots that I'm gonna have bushes. So I'll have bushes here. I don't know if I want to make all of these entities. I might just make the ones that are like in the path. So like I might do these sections as like the entities. And then I guess probably some of these could be, I don't know, maybe I should make them all that way so that you can just break bushes anytime you want. These ones would need to be all entities, and this one's would all be that and that as well. So we got a couple of them. Gotta make them look different if they're not breakable. Yeah, that's true. I'd probably do something like that. So maybe I could do... I could just do a different plant altogether. I guess I could do like a dark oak sapling, right? That looks bush-like. Do they look weird next to it? Video game logic? Weird color on the wall. Smack. Yeah, pretty much. So I don't know if this is a good match for the bush, you know? I guess I gotta have firefly bushes. But then that's gonna like spam particles everywhere. But I guess it could work for this area. Oh, that could work too, because then like, if you see the particles... Oh no, it won't do particles unless it's nighttime. Tall grass or grass pieces. That's true, I could do those as well. It's another good option. Maybe just regular grass, so when you see the dark ones, you know you can break the dark ones. So I could do... Getting sidetracked here, so like these ones I could just make this regular grass, maybe. Similar height, but weird shade. Yeah. Like these feel... They're all sparkly, so I guess I could make those the breakable ones. And then make the regular bushes and the ones you don't break. Because then it's super obvious that you break them. So I just have to change it to, instead of bush, to firefly bush. I like that idea. Let's try that. Firefly bush. So we're going to go into here. And we'll... Oh, just have to change all these to firefly bush. Firefly bush. Okay. So if we break that and replace that... Oh, though I'm going to have to... No, it just fills it with air, so it should work. Uh-oh. It didn't work. So I do have to... I did do actually bush, didn't I? I thought I just said fill it with air. Oh, right. I was using the bush as my... Oh. I'm also a fool. I didn't... Yeah. Because I was using the bush as the actual thing to check for. So I'd have to change that in the code as well. This right here. If bush. Right? So if it is, I have to change that to firefly block as well. So it would be run, execute. I guess I'll just do execute. Execute if I think it's block. Let's do relative firefly bush just so I know what the coding is. Can I shorthand it? Does it pick it up? It does. Okay, so I just need to do add firefly underscore bush basically. So I do firefly underscore bush. Oh, I think I need to do this as well. I think I need brackets. Oh no, maybe it'll work? Guess we'll find out. We'll just try it. Save it. And then we'll do this. We're going to say reload. So now if there is this there, does it break it? Yes. Okay. Pretty easy to fix. And then we just go like this. And we just have to fill all these in. But these again. So... Okay, then we'll just have to do this. Reopen them all up. Oh, didn't want to do that. So it should just be those ones. And right here. Okay. So we're just going to break all of these. And then we can replace them. There we go. And then do grass. Oops, nope, nope, don't do that. Okay. Nope, don't do that either. Okay, so now if we do our air and then redstone blocks, they're all sparkly. So this is what the player would see is it's a sparkly bush. And you can open and whack it. Break the sparkle bushes. And I think what I do is I might implement a bit of, you know, Legends of Zelda stuff where like when you break it, it could drop things. Smack the sparkles. Yeah. I kind of wanted to drop an air mode sometimes. So I might have to mess with that. I do need to take this one over here. Also, it should play a sound? Ooh, that's a good idea. Alright, so I need to change this one, this one. Yes, and this is going to be add firefly bush. Okay, there we go. This is my little command block vault. What's up? Suggestion? What's the suggestion? Suggestion words. Can't speak. You have a set block command for each, right? I think so. Yeah. Are you thinking about like doing try to do it as a radius or something? Of the bushes to set to air? Oh. At the end say destroy. Which part? I guess I'm getting confused with it. It makes particles and sounds, I think. Oh, destroy? Where at? Line 2? Oh, this one. So, then so after air? Like that? Okay, let's do our air and then do that. And then we'll reload. Let's see if it breaks. It broke. It doesn't like destroy. So what I need to do then is grab this. We'll remove that real quick. We're going to just grab the line. Because that's one thing I like about doing this. What I can do is I can copy the command. The command for it, maybe I'm thinking wrong. If I do the backslash and I paste it in there, I can then check it. Destroy. Yeah, it should be there. That's a feasible option because it autofills it. But it didn't like it when I added it. Did I just spell it wrong like a fool? So if I do space DESTROY. So save that. Reload. Okay. Oh, it's picking up the bushes now. Interesting. I can collect bushes, I guess. Interesting. That's fun, but I don't know if I want the players to collect a bazillion firefly bushes. Because like if they're in adventure mode, okay. Game roll? Drop items or something? Entity drops? Not that one. What do we have? Do tile drops? Do mob looting. Tile? Ah, yeah. That works. Okay, so then it won't ever do it unless I specify it to, right? Because then I have to like code in if I want it to drop items. So like I could say just for kicks, you know. We'll go into here and we'll say give that nearest player. Need to do what? See, give nearest player emerald. Just emerald. 1. Just for the fun of it, we're just gonna test this. So I did that, and then I want to do my air, and then redstone block. Just summon the item. Oh, summon item, okay. So if I did summon, can I just do emerald? Oh, it has to be Minecraft item. Minecraft item. Okay, relative position. And then we do curly brackets. And I say ID. And then I did this one. Minecraft. And then I'm going to do emerald. If I spelled that correctly. Save it. Reload. It's not currently summoning the emerald. Because I need it to summon one more curly with item. Oh. Oop. Uh-oh. Oh, what'd I do? Oh, because I gotta incorporate item. Right, okay. 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 Then I can reload. Nope, it doesn't like that. Definitely did something wrong there for sure. Oh, is it? Oh, it's not in the position. I did it wrong. It's not here. I need it here. Item, and then I need this. Oh, almost there. It has to be capital item. Okay. Uh-oh, almost there. A colon? Ah. Dang, my brain. Oh. 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 Not that one. Jason is annoying, yeah. Well, it's syntax, you just have to do it exactly how it says. Okay, that's just giving me the item, because it's doing like relative to my position. Interesting. Yeah, it drops it at your location. Okay, well I could also do something like this just for fun. I add a 4 and then I reload. I should go like this. And it drops from the sky. Oh wait. I don't think I should have it do it right there. I think it needs to do it after it revokes the advancement. Okay, let's try this. So we're gonna remove that. I will drop it down here and then save it. And then we'll reload it. Uh-oh. Hold on. Okay, and then okay, I also need to do the radius of it though. Can I do radius on a position? Can I? So I do summon, let's say an emerald. And okay, not. Oh, right, I need to do an item. So item, and then I do a relative position. Can I add radius to this? It's NBT data and annoying. So I do something like that. Add like distance. I do that. Nope, doesn't work. So, oh wait, NBT data, is that like positioned and such? Like, so what I was wanting to do is have, so if you look at my commands here, I have a distance. So you have to be close enough to it for it to trigger the thing. So I was trying to make it so that it would only, but I'd have to only trigger that after, which I don't know why it's doing it the way it's doing it though. I guess if I add that to the revoke advancement thing, I could put it here, right? So if I save that, let's just try that real quick. Just to see what that does. If I go up and whack this now, can I... Uh-oh. I'm hitting multiple things now somehow. Ah. It's running twice. Oh, because I didn't take it out like a fool, right? No? Oh, weird. Huh. So I don't want it to run there either. Oh, save? Oh, yep, I didn't save it. Weird. What if I did it here? Can I do this? No, it doesn't let me just do that there. Try to think of like where would be the best place. Because I would think that it would do it, if I do it here, it should, after destroying the bush, it should drop the emerald. But instead it's doing it before. It's just, that's weird. Oh, is that working now? Oh, maybe what I did worked? Oh no, it's still triggering it because you can reach it. You gotta run about the stream Stardew? Okay, it seems super cool. Would love to see more of it. Yeah, no worries, man. Go have fun doing some Stardew Valley. I'll probably raid you when I'm done. Okay, well, we'll put that on the back burner for now. We'll put this back, I guess, here. And we can just make it a comment for now and save that for later. Yay, book things. Okay, cool. I got getting sidetracked. We now have that set up probably. We're gonna get back to trying to detect when the player is in an area, which I guess I could have it be like these three before leaving the bridge because you won't be able to get past them. And I would need it to be a 2x3 space at least. How do I detect this when a player's in an area? Detect when a player is in an area in Minecraft. So I can do execute if command, allowing you to check if an entity exists within a defined rectangular prism and then execute it. Okay, so to do that, so to determine the area, identify the coordinates of the corner of the area you want to detect. Calculate the dimension of the area by determining the distance from the corner. Oh, I can do it based off distance. So I can execute if entity all players are in these positions. Okay. So I do starting location, and then I do the dx, dy, and dz as in the distance for the coordinates. Ooh, okay. So if I were to, let's try this. Let's grab where this is. So we're gonna have 21, 1, and -9. -9. Okay, so that's where I want to start. So if I were to do execute if, and then it wanted me to do entity, and we say all players, and then we'd have the brackets. We're going to go with x being 21. Do I have to do equals? Equals 21. And then we do a comma, and we say z needs to equal probably 2, since it's going to be, no, actually not z, it's y. The y needs to equal 2, I think. And then the z needs to equal -9. And then we need to do a radius outward. So if we're in a 3x3 cube, starting at 0, 0. So if I add positive, so if I were to do dx, and we'll say that's going to go in the x direction in a certain amount. So we'll just do 2 for now. And then if I do y equals, and we can do just 2 as well, just to make sure. And then we can do x equals, not x, we want to do our z equals 2, but then we want to make these be the d and d. Is that right? Oh, I need to do my equals here. Okay. There, so that can do that. So if there's a player here, I want it to run. Okay, let's just hit that. So it won't do anything, but we're going to grab this for now. We're going to go Control C, and then we're going to go that, and we're going to go that. So within this area, I should run that. Right? I believe that's what it's supposed to be doing. If I've done it correctly, that is. Because this is going to be, yeah, I should check 2 blocks that way. Why is it? Oh, because I'm looking at, okay. Interesting. Okay, let's really quick do our redstone block thing, so that's done. And then if we go and do the other command again, it doesn't do anything. If I stand here, it still doesn't do it. Wait, it worked? So it worked there. So I just gotta get it going in the right direction. I think I might need to do negative. That's going, oh, it's going up. This is negative though, I think. So right now it's checking this direction. So what I would need to do, if I want to do, I guess if I want to do a 3x3, I want to go negative in the X direction and positive. Okay, so for this command, I need the X to be negative. So this would be -2. So it should do, if I'm in this area, it should do it. But if I do the redstone block thing, and then if I go like over here and try to do the air command, it won't work. If I stand here, it does. Okay, so I've got my, I guess, syntax that I need. I need to go to my desktop and quickly go to my, I need to rename this, command list. And then I can open that up and I can drop it in there. Okay, I can save that, so I have that for later. So now I have the command worked out that I need to detect a certain area. But it's only running the command, so I guess I'd have it where it'd be running it constantly. So I'd have to have a repeating one. So basically I'd have a, I guess I'd just get a command block out. Give me repeating command block. So if I put you down right here, and then I grab, I guess I can just do that. And I do this. And then I hit done. It's going to constantly do that. So if I do, oh, not that. If I do my redstone block, does it instantly do the air? Is it repeating? No, it didn't do it. Because I have to turn it to always active. Then it will constantly do it. Okay, so then if I go back to this thing and then I put in my command like that, it'll only run it if it's there. So if I do my redstone block again, but if I walk up here, it'll fill it. Okay. I'll go back down here. So it's currently air. Okay, cool. So that's doing what I wanted to do. Though the only problem is, oh, I don't need my backslash on that though. Get rid of that. Let's go ahead and get rid of these guys. Get rid of all the entities. Okay, so we're clear. So then we need an additional one that I guess I'd want it to run all of this? I think I'd want it to run, no, I need it to run the command I'm using in here. I need to run all this part. I need it to kill entities with bush in a certain radius at a certain location. And interaction entities. So I'm going to need those bits that I have. So let's go ahead and grab this one. So I need that, and I need to put this here. And then I'm going to need the distance thing. So if I add that in here, and then I need to change where it's happening. So I need to say execute, and I'm going to go probably positioned. Yes, positioned at a certain radius, which we're going to just do this for now. And then I need to say run. What do I need to do? Execute? Hold on. And then I need to say run. Execute. Hold on. What am I doing now? So let me execute if it's at position. So execute, positioned, yada yada yada. Then I want to say run. Execute as that. Okay, so I do that. That's a functionable command. But what I need it to do okay, I should get the coordinates and then I need the radius that I want. So if I do my redstone blocks again, I need to pick a radius. Oh, hold on. I don't want to get rid of the command blocks I have set up on my border though. Well, the way I have it set up is it's going to detect the bush. And if there's a bush, then it will destroy stuff. Okay. So it should work if I do it that way. So if I pick, you know, this position, which is 26, 2, 2. So if I did 26, 1, 2. So let's pick this. I'm gonna go back. We're gonna say 26. "26, 1, 2. So at this position, run hold on. No, I don't think I want the interaction entity here. So we're gonna get rid of this. Maybe not. No. Guess I should just undo what I'm doing so I can figure out what I'm trying to do. So right now it's going to say execute at this position, which is the center of the bushes. I want to run execute if block relative position firefly bush run. Hold on. This is getting complicated in my brain. Let's try it this way. So I'm going to say execute positioned 26, 1, 2. So I do this, and then I'm going to say this is so complicated. My brain does not understand what I'm trying to do here. So I want to execute at the position, right? Yes. So I should do the 26, 1, 2, and then I say relative position. Can I just keep being positioned? That doesn't make any sense. Okay. So I'm going to execute it here. And then I want it to execute or run. Okay, so I'm going to do run. Fill. We do relative position. Actually, what I could do is say, yeah, I do relative. No, don't want to do fill. I actually want to do replace. We're going to say Minecraft Firefly bush replace air. So it's not doing it because, like, saying relative positions, which this is what? This is in between positions. So if I say oh, what I should probably do is figure out what this coordinate is. So 28, 1, 3. 28, 1, 3. Okay, then I need to do the opposite. I need to say Firefly bush. Wait, Minecraft Firefly. Oh, so I need to say air then, huh? So say air replace Firefly bush. Aha! Okay, so that's the command I'm looking for there, but I need it to go to this position. So I need to be 24, 1, 1. 24, 1, 1. Okay, so that gets rid of all the bushes. So I do exactly the same thing, and then I do, okay. So that means Control C, Control A, Control V. So this is the thing we need it to run. And we're going to do basically, so that does that. Wait, what's, oh, okay, so that's supposed to run that one. And then we can do this one. And then we can say this one's conditional on the previous one. I make this always running. Now it should only work if I'm over here. And then we would have, I guess, this thing. We'll put it here. Make it conditional, and then this should be redstone block. Okay, so now if I go here, nothing's currently happening because it can't. So if I do the command of redstone, and if I walk through here, yes, I'm pretty sure that it, oh wait, how many did it do? Uh-oh. Okay, let's get rid of these real quick. So right now there's nothing there. If I do a redstone block, they're all there. Let's say I break through here. I'll just break them all for testing purposes. Now if I walk over here, it filled the blocks. But it didn't ever get to the redstone because it didn't have a chance to clear the bushes. So I guess I'd want this to be, hold on. I'm getting all mixed up here. We don't want these. Let's get rid of these. So we're gonna grab this one, put you here. You're the air one. So I think what I want is this one here, this one here. Because then it should do, Okay. So I got to do the redstone block correctly, but then it immediately deleted the bushes. Oh. So how do I get you to not delete my bushes? Well, I'm supposed to be doing the bush clearing first, so maybe that's what I need to do. Is reorder it. So instead of doing this first, it should do this part last. So if I do, okay, hold on. Let's get rid of these real quick. Let's grab that, that. So we want this to be first, which is clear the bushes. And then we want it to do the, I guess, air. And then redstone. Okay, so what if I do that? Let's remove these. We're going to say you are always active. You are conditional. You are unconditional. You are conditional. So when I walk into the area, it should get rid of the bushes first, if there is any. Which there's not. So let's go ahead and get rid of these. Oh, that summoned way too many. Okay. See, that's the problem I want to avoid. I don't want to be summoning a bazillion entities like that. Which, if I do this correctly, it should work because it'll do trigger one and then it'll only trigger the ones after based on the condition. And once it's set, it shouldn't be a problem, I think. Oops. Okay. Gonna get rid of all these entities. Get. Okay. Don't need that and that. Don't need that. Okay. So how it should be is the way it currently is, right? So I guess I wanted to do air first. So if I do air first, and then clear the firefly bushes, and then do redstone. So you're gonna be always, oh, I just screwed everything up. Except I think I still have them here. Pretty sure I have them here. Okay, I almost screwed everything up. Okay, so I want air first. So I want you to always be active. And then, oh, I don't know which one's which. You are the firefly bush one. So I'll do air first, which gets rid of the redstone blocks that currently exist. Oh, but then I wanted to do the redstone block. Because that would no, because I wanted to do the clearing. No, I should be the clearing first. So you should be first. Okay. So that's gonna be the first thing that triggers. So it should. Oh, I just realized I just spawned a whole bunch more again. Yo. And because I have it set up for, oh gosh, that means every tick it just summoned a ton of these entities. I need to figure out how to clear that area of the entities now. Okay, so if I say, can I do a radius for the kill? I can, right. What I should be able to do is a dash kill entity type, or I guess I should say tag actually. I should be able to just do that. Okay, I can just do that. There were 604 of them. That would have been terrifying. And then that one should be fine, and I need to double check that my guy over here is fine. Yes, okay. So I didn't ruin those things. Tags are being a lifesaver right now. Okay, so you can always trigger. So clear the bushes. So I'm putting air in where there would be the bushes. And the reason I'm doing that is so that I don't break things that are currently existing. So after I clear the bushes, and technically the entity is going to go in there, which I guess I could do this and then do my distance thing, which I got to do at that position, right? Okay. All right. For now, let's maybe make these impulse ones. Because then when I walk into the area, it'll only do it that one time. Or it won't. Interesting, because it... Does it have to be repeating for it to pick it up properly? Okay. Oh, that's missing. Okay. So I guess we'll figure out the order and then we'll make them repeating. So this is always checking for a bush. Then after it removes the bush... Oh, hold on now. If I do it this way, if it's always active, it's going to just cycle through. Right? It's going to just repeat everything over and over and over again. So do I need to make these other ones chains? Okay, so we're going to go for you. We're going to put you here, and then we're going to put you here. Get rid of those for... Actually, I'll put them over here just so that I have them in case I, like a fool, delete them. Except I'm being silly and not copying them correctly. Oh, Louis, which one did I break? Firefly bush, air, the redstone one. Okay, so which one's the redstone one? You. Okay, so you an impulse one. Do that. There. So I'm a fool. I keep deleting the wrong things. Ah. There. Okay, we have our backups, right? Redstone block, air, bush. Get rid of all this extra stuff we have. And this is going to be the redstone block one. Nope. This one. This one. Okay, so this is the order we're doing it in. We're going to make this always active. We'll make you a repeating. Then we can make you a conditional and chain. We'll do the same thing, conditional and chain. So if that works, if I go over here, nothing should happen. Because there's nothing for it to trigger right now. If I then do that, hold on, that means all the redstone blocks are there. Yes. There, and then we'll do the redstone blocks. Okay, so they're currently there. Right. It's not increasing the amount of entities, right? I hope not. So there was 9 entities. Okay. That's always active. And then I go back to do that, and then I do the redstone block. Wait, you're supposed to be conditional on my location, though. I didn't do it based off the location like I prior... Oh, okay. But that does mean when I come into this area, it's going to repeatedly do that thing until I walk out of it. So I needed to do it once. How do I do that? Because that's right now made it so that I'd have that. But if I... Because right now it goes delete bush, do the air, and then the redstone block, which... Because it does it immediately. Because what I'm trying to do is do the cycle of clearing it, but this immediately clears it even after that. So I guess I could have this do that, and then can I have it connected to this? So I could have it run after this one. Oh, hold on. I think either way I look at it right now, I'm making a loop. And my brain's having a hard time figuring out how to not make the loop. How do I not make a loop? I guess I need to have 2 different sections, maybe? So I have one section where you walk into, it triggers the first part. And then walk into the next section, trigger that. And have them conditional based on position. So I guess what I could basically... So I have this order. So I could have this be the first command block. This position's the second one, this is the third one, and this is the fourth one. So it can only trigger while you're walking through, and they're conditional. That might work. So I need to make you conditional based on the location like I did prior, which how did I do that? This one. So I need this. I guess this part needs to go in front of this one. So I need to say this one. So basically here. Okay. So now that should only run when I get into this position. And it should only run if there's that there. But I don't think I want it to be 2, 2, and 2. That's making a 3 by 3 box. So I think what I want to do, I need to have it be 1 in the X direction and then -2 in the other. Okay, so I think I need this to be... Wait, is that the X that was changing or the Y? Oh yeah. So it should be... The Z should be -2, I think. And the X should just be 1. Because that's correct. So if I do X of 1, it would do here. And a negative should go... No, it is a positive, though. That should be a positive. Okay. So I think that will do like a 2x2 box. So it should only run when I'm in this position. And then this one should do the same thing, but slightly different. So I need to grab the same requirement, which this is already doing. But it's doing based off a different position. Okay, so they all need to have that, which, okay, those ones do have it. It's just I didn't put it for that one. Okay, so all I gotta do is change it from this one. So it should just be 19 and 18, right? So it should be 20, 19, 18. So if I make this 20, and then I make this one 19. Okay, so now if I do this, and then I do the redstone blocks, so they're there. If I walk here, it'll get rid of those, and then it does that, and it does that. So I have redstone block there again. Okay. And I should only have a couple of them here now. Should be 9, okay. And there should be the firefly bush there. So if I grab the firefly bush now, I should get rid of... I need to close that out again. I keep forgetting to remove this thing. It says blocking a big chunk of the screen. I'm a fool. Okay. So this is here. Oh, the command blocks are there. I do need to have it clear command blocks, but I'll get to that in a moment. So if that's there, if I step here, it's cleared. If I step here... Oh, wait, what? Hold on. That should be conditional, and that should be conditional. Yes. So it's going through the cycle. Hold on. Are these working at all? I don't know if these other ones are working. Oh, okay. Can I make this a repeating one as well? Is that what I need to do? It didn't work. Because it's doing it based on... what? Oh, because I didn't do the right radius, did I? I need to do the same as this one. Which is 1 and 2. Oh, and it's not working because the other one didn't happen. So if I did this... Oh, it's not working at all. Because it's waiting for this one. If I don't make it conditional, it does it. Now it does it. Okay. And then if I do this is repeating and not conditional, it'll do that. Now if I walk through this, it does things. Is that going to cause trouble if I let people go through it multiple times? Yes. Technically, yes. Okay, let's just do one walkthrough and see what happens. Okay. it did it twice. Because it means, oh, it's based on the positioning, I'm doing it they're too close to each other. I need to make space. So you can't occupy both at the same time. So this needs to be 19, and this needs to be 17. So if I do it that way, it'll do 1, 1, 1. Yes, okay. We're getting closer to what we're needing. Now I just need to get it to do the entity clear. Which I think it just, wait, no, it's doing the entity clear, right? Okay, so if I walk through here, they're there. Okay, and if I go like this, get over here, and if I whack one, I can break my way through them. If I run through here, I think the problem is it's gonna still summon multiple entities. So I'm close. I'm like right there. Which basically means I just need to do the entity clearing thing. But I need it to be in a specific position. So I've got to do, I guess, copy this. And we'll put under, I guess, command block. Let's grab a command block. Huh? Okay. Put you here. We'll make you repeating. Hold on, not yet. So what we need to do is do kill at entity and do type. Not type, we're gonna do tag bush. But we need it to be in a certain position. Entities between this and this and this. So I need to do something similar to this. So if I were to go like this and grab this, no, that doesn't work. Okay, let's just see what we're doing. So if we're gonna do, so execute, so blah blah blah. What if I set a distance? So I need to run it at, right? So I need to say execute, run, or I guess execute positioned. And then I need the coordinates of this, which is the 20s, which is the same as what I'm running here, right? It's this one. So 28, -4, 3, and then 24. So I need 28, negative, actually, I guess just 1. Hold on. 1, and then -4. And then I do a distance, say 4. If I grab a redstone button, let's grab this command block and just put you here. So we don't see any right now. So if I run through here, it'll do that. Now if I do this thing, did it do anything? No. It didn't like something. Incorrect augment. Okay. Okay, I think I need to do this first to say execute if, actually not if, positioned. So we say 28, 1, -4, run the kill command, entity tag push this, and then I have to say distance 1, and if I say, I don't know, 10, what if I say 1 to 10? So that worked. Okay, so going 1 to 10. And I can have that happen right after the bush, as well as, actually I can have it happen in the same spot as the bush and also the barrier blocks. But the barrier block one's going to be trickier because I need to kill the barrier block above. So maybe what I can do is actually, oh, I just need to do, I'm being silly. I have this. No, where is it? This? Oh no, I have it specifying that correct. Or is it in my thing here? So if the block is a firefly bush, oh, I should be able to do that, right? So for the firefly bush one, can I tell it to do multiple things? Can I add any things like to say barrier? Oh, I gotta get the flash in there. So can I do more than one thing? Destroy hollow outline strict. I can't do anything like that. Or put it in a box. Can I? No, doesn't like that. There's a filter. So I guess I could do, I can say, I'm filling in this position to this position with air, but I'm replacing specifically the firefly bush. Guess I could just have an additional one and just do barrier. So let's grab that, copy that. Hold on. Okay, so then I need this one. So let's go here real quick. I should make sure I'm putting my commands in where I need that, or my list here, so I have them for reference later when I need to fiddle with things. Okay. So I have, basically what I need is I need to have this thing here, but make it the barrier. Why didn't you work? Alright, because I have to do this one. Okay, then the barriers are still there. So what if I walk to this position? So I got rid of those, but didn't get rid of the barrier because I need to do a different height. I need to do 2, 2. And now if I do that, when I walk into here, it'll fill them. Except I think it's going to delete barriers I don't want it to delete. Yes, like these two. Okay. Well, if I want to do that, I could just get rid of the thing here. And now I try to keep it framed. That might be a better idea. So if I want to keep it framed, then I want to get rid of these, this set here. As well as this one. Because I don't want it to delete these barriers that I have here. So I guess I would get rid of this one as well. Will that be okay? Will that look weird? I don't think it'll look weird if I do that. And then I can walk through here. And then it just does it there. And you still can't get through it. Or you can sneak through that space though. Which isn't a problem. Okay, so that works. If I do it that way, then when I walk through here, it'll get rid of them and then resummon them. And then I just do this command, get rid of those. So I just need another one that is... And then I basically grab this thing, copy it, go into here, and we're going to get rid of this. And we're going to go to here, I think. Yes. So now when I run through here, it resets everything. I break this by whacking it. Then I go back over here and I run through this section. How many? There's 7 entities. Okay, good. Yep, so that works. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of these. Clear my inventory. Okay. Hold on a second. That does that. I can't get through there. Okay, if I run through here again, they're gone. And then they go back. And if you run backwards, it technically clears it. Just in a backwards order. Oh wait, hold on. If I run backwards, does that ruin everything? Though that's a problem though, going that way. I guess if I can make it so if you're facing, only triggers if you're facing this way. Okay, so facing west. So can I add that to the command? So if I have, where is it? So execute if in this position and no, actually no, that's doing that. What's the other one I wanted? If entity is doing that. Can I also do if facing? Oh goody, another one to ban. All these scammers. Okay. So I guess what I need now is go to this sign thing. I need to go here. I need to put a sign down. Make it only trigger one way. And then these are those all the things I need. So I don't want to get rid of those. Just real quick though, we're going to grab all of these. We're going to take them over to our vault. We're going to clear out more space and put them in over here for now. And we'll remove them from being the always active. In fact, we'll just get enough space. We can put 5 in a row there for now. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'll just turn them to need redstone. Then these won't be functioning if I'm not doing anything with them. Okay, so those are there. They're stored in the vault. We'll assign them things later. I don't want to do the signs at the moment. We'll come back over here. And we'll check the commands. Are they all there? Redstone block, barrier, firefly bush, kill, and air. Okay, those can all be removed. So now I just have that because it works going one way. But if you return the other way... Oh wait, the blocks are all off now, so they're not doing anything. Okay. Well, that's fine. So we'll just go ahead and drop in the redstone blocks so we have our things here. You know that's working. Okay. Sweet. So basically what we got to do then is we got to replicate that section. So we'll have this bridge triggering this one, and I might have it just also trigger these. So I just have to set up another block, a bunch of blocks to deal with this location, which does leave a lot, like quite a bit of blocks that have to be functioning all the time. So we'll have to consider that. I might have to make sure they're in spawn chunks. Alrighty, well, I think that's a good place to end this off though. So thank you so much for watching Let's Make Secret Man in Minecraft. We're going to go ahead and raid Tenro. So let me go ahead and do that. We'll do the thanks for watching thing, and then I can do the raid. Mr. Tenro. Start the raid. And go.